It's time to get casually uncomfortable. News Edition with your host, Chuck Jerome. Viewer discretion is advised. Oh yeah, it's time for the news. What's up, everybody? It's Wednesday. The week is moving, the week is grooving, and the people are still crazy as hell. They wild. They wild. So let's get into it. No, we're not going to play around. It's time for the news, baby. It's time for the news. So Netflix is fucking at it again. They are finishing things up on acquiring Warner Brothers. And they just bought all this shit for $82 billion, which sounds nuts. But now Netflix has all of the WB shows, anything like that. I'm not going to go over all the shows because guess what? I'm not going to get Netflix. They also got HBO. Right? Like, this is what, like, Netflix is already expensive and they don't let you share with anybody else. And if you do, it's another fucking $20 or something goofy. But now that they have acquired all this, Netflix is probably going to be like $45, $50 a month. And they're going to be like, yo, you can get all these shows. And then you know what's going to happen? Half of the fucking shows that you get, you'll be able to watch, but you're going to have to pay for them. Mark my words. Mark my words. Just like YouTube. If you're scrolling on there and you happen to scroll past a movie, oh, you can rent it for fucking $5. But now if you do that on Netflix, dude, I'm already paying for Netflix. Why do I need to pay again to watch something that's on there? Because they're greedy. This just means now Netflix is going to have enough money and they're just going to buy everything. And so whatever shows they have, the actors are definitely going to want more because they're going to have more in the catalog. They're going to be like, look, you're making all this money from here. How about give me another couple grand on my checks? So it might work out. It might not. Let's see how fucking greedy Netflix really gets. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. The government quietly removed a memorial to black soldiers who died in World War II from the Netherlands American Cemetery in Margraten, South Limburg. It says the panel reportedly removed the American Battle Monuments Commission after a complaint from the Heritage Foundation, a right-wing U.S. think tank that accused the ABMC of defying Trump's administration stance against diversity and inclusion initiatives. So he's like, listen, I know it's out here, but it says U.S., you still got to fucking listen to me. So now they're canceling more stuff. This shit has gotten out of control. When he said, we're going to make America great again, you should have known. I want to bring back the old days. Well, the old days were fucking horrible to black people. And guess what? Still is right now. It's only going to get worse. Let's see what happens this February. Let's see what happens. They're just taking all this shit off the calendars, rewriting history. Seriously, I listen and watch a lot of comic books, and this is the fucking universes colliding. And it's like the Mandela effect in real life. Like, is this real? Did that happen? Where's Aunt Jemima? and fucking everything's just disappearing. Just gone. This doesn't even feel like real life. I don't want to take my black ass outside. Soon, every single piece of you're not going to be able to go to DC and go to any museums and learn about black history. That shit's going to be done. There's just going to be small pockets of educational resistance throughout the United States. Hey, psst, come on over here, learn about some black history. Learn about this real shit. Like, here's an example. Last week, I got pulled over. I didn't talk about this Monday because I wasn't even thinking about it. But now I am. Last week, I got pulled over for no reason. Had my seatbelt on, using my turn signal. The officer, he pulled me over. He's like, you know why I pulled you over? I'm like, dude, I don't know why you pulled me over. I have no clue. Well, since life has been crazy, I forgot, and I was a little behind on my emissions. I forgot to extend it, which I normally do, but I forgot to. I wasn't even thinking about it. I hadn't checked the mail in a while. He's like, you know why I pulled you over? I'm like, why? He's like, your registration. I said, oh, okay, what's wrong with it? He's like, well, right now it says it's suspended. I said, what? And I'm thinking, why did you pull me over? Because if that was the only reason, then you and the other two officers that surrounded my vehicle can absolutely go fuck yourselves. Now, I'm happy that I did get pulled over about this because I would have checked it probably a little bit later and been super duper late, but I was still there. I was still on the cusp. It wasn't anything crazy. Other motherfuckers have done the same thing. It's submissions. You've done it. You've taken your time with it, so fuck off. But when he said, I pulled you over because of your registration, that means there was no other motherfucking reason to pull me over. You got behind me and ran my tags for shits and giggles, probably because I was the blackest thing out on the road at that time of night. Now, everything else checked out. You know what I got? A fucking warning. You know what I did the next morning? Went to emissions. Done. Everything squared away. But I will not forget that. I have not been pulled over like that in years. Now, years ago, I used to have a Chevy Impala, a silver Impala, and that thing, would get me pulled over quite a bit just because it was quote unquote black. I don't have a black car now. I have a fucking standard, it's just a car. That's all I got now. But it just pisses me off that was it. Oh, it wasn't. Now, if he'd have said, oh, you didn't use your turn signal back there, that would have been, okay, there's a reason. I didn't use my turn signal. You pulled me over. Cool, I get it. But you specifically said out of your fucking mouth, I pulled you over because of your registration. Okay, cool. And it didn't even look like a police car when it was behind me. I just saw a motherfucking SUV on my ass. I'm like, dude, get the fuck off my ass. And I'm telling you, I have been pulled over multiple times and nothing. They just checking. Oh, we just wanted to pull your license. Your tag light is out. I've heard that one. Fuck those officers. Oh, your tag light's out. And then you get home because you can't get out and check the tag light there. They'll fucking shoot you. So you get home and your tag light is bright as the fucking sun. Yeah. So that's yeah. That's what happens. That's what happens in the world, folks. All right, I think I'll come back to this next Monday. I almost forgot this was Wednesday, the way I was just ranting. All right, let's get to the next article. So this article is about, what we were just talking about. There was a white Tuskegee football player. During Thanksgiving, they had a game. They were playing Alabama State. And this guy was a fucking menace. I saw the video. He's like flicking people off, and the Alabama band is on the field. And this guy is kicking footballs over their heads. He's making sure some of them do kind of hit some of the players. And I don't even know why. This dude also apparently pushed one of the band players. Look, this is what should have happened. Every one of those band players should have turned to that fucking kicker and kicked his ass. There's no reason and there's no place for that type of shit. It's a Thanksgiving Day game. You're having a good time and you got one motherfucker ruining it. The Tuskegee coach even saw this shit happening and didn't say one word to the fucking player. I don't know. Just not a good look. The one white guy kicking footballs at the black people. But I'm telling you, if any of those people would have done something to that guy, and Uncle Donnie finds out, he would shut down that Tuskegee football team, the school, and anything else and anyone else involved. That's how that would have been. So I want to see what the reason was. It's not saying it right now. They're probably launching an investigation. And because that's not how you play football. You're not, the motherfuckers ain't doing that in the NFL. But people need checked for doing shit like that. There's no need for that, man. Sometimes a motherfucker needs hit in the mouth for a reality check. Just to let you know that, hey, this is real life. Here's a wild article. I think I would have beaten someone's ass. This woman who records her workouts because she's an online fitness coach. She was doing some pull-ups, and this guy apparently didn't like that she was recording in the gym. So as she's got her back turned during her pull-ups, this son of a bitch grabs her phone, takes it off the stand, starts going through the videos and deleting them. And then on top of that, there were people that saw him do this with her phone and did absolutely nothing. Now, once she saw that this guy had her phone, she grabbed it back, but she said he was laughing like, you shouldn't be recording in here. Ma'am, if I were you, I would have punched that motherfucker as hard as I possibly could have. If people were watching, no one is in their right fucking mind is just going to let a guy beat a woman in the gym. If I saw some crazy shit like that, I'm not going to go to jail and hit the guy in the head, but I am going to grab a 5-pound weight and I'm going to crack that son of a bitch in his ribs. Now this makes me want to get into the gym, start recording, and wait. Please touch my shit so I can fuck you up. Like, there's no. And she's like, the only reason this guy did that is because she was a small female. If it was another dude, he'd have been like, hey, dude, could you not record? And then that person would have probably said, go fuck yourself. I hope this guy, when he took the phone, there was a picture of his face. So I hope she posted it and his membership gets revoked and, you know, something happens. Nothing super bad, but something to let you know that you cannot go around touching people's shit just because you feel uncomfortable. You're out in public, buddy. You're out in public. Most of the places I go to, they say keep the phone calls in the lobby. No recording in the locker rooms unless there's a designated spot. Other than that, don't record in the locker rooms, and then you're going about your day. People are getting too bold. And again, that guy should have had his ass beat. All this shit for convenience is nice until something fucks up. A Missouri magician and molecular biologist found himself confronting the limits of modern biohacking after accidentally locking himself out of the technology. And the dude had a RFID chip implanted into his hand, and he fucked up and forgot the password. That's when you're signing up to get this chip implanted, that's probably the first sentence. Write the fucking password down and keep it somewhere safe, dummy. I just think it's funny. Like, we want all this shit to be so easily accessible. But you know what a lot of people don't do? Have good passwords. You know what else they don't do? If they have a password, guess what? They don't update that shit regularly. Most places, like banks and stuff, they make you change your password at least every 3 months. They make you fucking change it. Because they don't want you coming back, oh, someone got into my shit. Well, if your password wasn't 123 ABC, then they wouldn't fucking get into it. I just don't think people need to be biohacked because we already essentially are. We have cell phones. We have these cellular devices that do everything. Tell me where I am. Tell me where I'm going. Tell me how hot it is. Tell me how cold it is. Show me something nasty. It's all at your fingertips like a fucking wizard. And now you want to insert it into your body? No, thank you. No. By the time they perfect something like that, I'll be too old to actually give a shit about biohacking. That's what that's going to be. But right now, in its infancy, fuck no, don't put nothing inside of me. As you know, the holidays are here. If you want your packages, it tells you what day your package should arrive. On that day, make sure that your fucking animals are put away. Nobody wants to get bit. Animals, these dogs, these whatever fucking animals you got in your front yard have teeth, and nobody wants gnawed on. But this time it's not about the animals, and this delivery driver for Amazon, he recorded everything. It was a long front yard. There was no pathway to get to the front yard, and the motherfucking people knew that the package was going to be there. Amazon is not like the United States Postal Service. Amazon will tell, hey, your package is going to be here on Tuesday. If I order stuff, I personally try to plan to be home because I want my shit by the time I actually do get home. If for some reason I have to work late or do something crazy, I don't want to have to worry about, oh, someone's going to steal my shit. I don't trust people. But there was no fucking path ready for this driver. And the driver's talking the whole time. And he said, look, I'm going to leave your package at the end of your driveway because from what I see, all I see is snow. I do not know of any hidden dangers or obstacles in your yard. You know, you've seen some people's yards that had so many fucking gnomes and flowers and knickknacks and bullshit that you're like, oh, I would never walk through that. What if that was that house? You don't know. You have no clue. So I'm not going to be, running through a maze to drop your package off. And the guy said, hey, look, I'm going to put your package at the top of your driveway. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to hurt myself to go to your yard, through your yard to deliver your package. And the guy was cool enough to wrap the package up and put it in a plastic bag before sitting it in the snow and going on about his day. And people are like, you should have delivered it. Yeah, you should have fucking had your driveway ready for a motherfucker to deliver it. Don't forget, I was a delivery driver. Fuck y'all. Put your animals away and make sure that fucking there's space for your shit. That's it. That's all. Merry Christmas. And on that note, folks, I'm out of here. Don't forget Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Casually Uncomfortable, Twitter at Casually Unchuck. Let your friends know. Get your shit together by the end of the year. You got it. You got it. All right? I believe in you. You believe in you, even if you doubt yourself. You know you got it. I'll see you next week. Be safe, have fun, and don't be a piece of shit. Yeah.